Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. It's a podcast starring me. Starring me. I don't know where that came from. I guess I'm just still floating high on the award I received today. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans, a.k.a. City of Dallas Mom of the Year, along with my husband and podcast co-host, and as far as I know, awardless Alan Evans. No, I'm not drunk, I swear. I just have been giddy all day. I think it's more slap happy and punch drunk, honestly.
Should you even include your last name Evans? Why don't you just drop it at this point?
Oh, did I just say Kellie Raspberry? I meant
No,
Kellie Raspberry Evans.
you said Kellie Raspberry Evans. Why don't you just drop the Evans?
What? What do you mean?
You said you were the star of the podcast
I
and
said
Mom of the Year,
me,
and I'm awardless.
And you, the awardless.
Why are you besmirching me so early into this?
I don't mean to besmirch you, honey. It's just been a day. It's been a long day, and I'm seriously, I think I'm punch drunk.
It's been a day, huh? It's been a day. Let me look on my list here because people love lists.
Your list of your day or my day?
I actually have two lists, and we're going to get into these lists.
Okay.
I had a day. I don't see that on this list, but I have a list of things people say.
Oh.
And I bet you we're guilty of a few of these. You see these on the social media. We haven't done this in a long time. I think one of our very first episodes, we did words that you and I like and don't like. This is years ago.
Yeah.
But I thought we'd do an update, or I'm doing an updated version, this podcast, of things that I see on the social media.
That bother you?
Well, some do, but some I'm guilty of saying. So we'll go into that.
Okay. If you ever want to know what's going on back in the earlier podcasts, y'all are all welcome to go back and listen. We have over 500 that we started. Oh, people love the sound of cans opening, I found. But we started this podcast almost 7 years ago. And our friend Susan has been going back to the beginning and then listening backwards, so it kind of meets in the middle.
Susan Shocker?
Yeah, Susan Schockerer, but they pronounce
it
Shocker.
I think Susan's been listening with Craig too, right?
I don't know if Craig listens as much, her husband, Dr. Schockerer.
Yes.
But she could tell you, she's bringing up things. I'm like, Susan, I have no recollection of that conversation
I don't have recollection
ever happening.
of like last week.
But, over 500 episodes, it's really hard to remember everything. We've probably repeated ourselves multiple times.
I know you have.
I'm sure I have.
I know I have too.
I'm sure I have.
Yeah. So anyway, we got a little bit of that. I never did talk about, like 3 podcasts ago, I wanted to talk about this. A new fast food restaurant that I tried with the boys, and I thought I'd make mention of it since I teased it 3 episodes ago, and nobody cares anymore, but I'm still going to honor my commitment.
All right.
So we'll do that, and then whatever.
Talk about my award.
And your award. Why don't you
how you can all hear me receive my award very soon.
Why don't you just start with, you want to just start with that?
Podcast. Okay, so there is a podcast called... Is it called Inside the Moms Club? Inside the Moms Club. Inside the Moms Club. I will get a definitive answer on that for you very soon.
Is this the podcast that gave you the award?
Yes, it is. I think it's called Inside the Moms Club.
But you're unsure of the name.
I think it's
okay. All right. That's okay. That's okay.
So they were coming to town. They're taking their podcast out on the road, which, you know what, isn't really a bad idea. That's something maybe, pre-COVID, Alan and I actually had a discussion. Remember with the lady that was working with our company at the time, Charlotte, and we talked about
we're talking about discussion. We did it. We did podcasts on the road.
But
I'm the mayor of Maybank.
But
remember?
I know, but we were talking about doing next level, and we were going to maybe do a combination of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' and Love Letters to Kellie. Remember?
Love letters to Kellie.
And we were going to do like Alan. We were just talking about the possibilities of taking our podcast on the road with Alan, maybe doing a little magic.
Blue sky thinking.
With us doing our A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast, with me doing some love letters to Kellie. Maybe having a musical guest and making it a big thing. And then COVID hit and Charlotte's not there anymore. And I don't think anybody's discussed that since. But back to
you got to discuss podcasts for that to be discussed.
What?
I said you have to discuss podcasts at your office for that to be discussed.
Don't be negative. All right. So anyway, Inside the Moms Club has decided to take their podcast on the road, and they did one in Austin, Texas, which is where the hosts are home based, and then they brought it to the next big city, Dallas, right? And I live in a suburb of Dallas. And so about a month ago, my phone rang, and this wonderful woman named Laurie Muslow, who is, I think serves as kind of like a producer behind the scenes, said, you know what, Kellie, we'd love to have you on Inside the Moms Club when we bring the podcast to Dallas, because we've heard so many wonderful things about you. Everybody loves you. This is what she told me, Alan. Everybody loves me in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, including the suburb of Plano, Texas. And
God's country.
They were going to give me the very first ever Inside the Moms Club Mom Award.
This is the very first award?
Very first one.
How about that?
I wish I'd thought to bring it with me. If, I'll go. I'll show
Is it like a trophy?
It's a trophy, and they're actually going to take some time to edit this podcast, because they also do a big production element with it, with the cameras and lighting and the sound equipment.
Wow.
I was wearing one of those lavalier
sounds fancy
microphones clipped to my lapel.
Yes.
I had the battery pack on the back of my pants with
Wow.
the mic cord dropped down my shirt.
Wow.
That's how you know it's
that was fancy.
Professional production.
Yeah, that was
And
professional.
anyway, so it was really actually very nice. I was able to invite a lot of my friends to come and watch me receive my prestigious award. And Emma Kellie, I said, you know what, Emma Kellie? I'm a mom because of you first. She was my firstborn. Now, Alan's brought 3 more children into my life, but she was the reason I became a mom. I said, you know what? I don't know if they'll count this as an excused absence or not, but you can stay home from school and go with me and watch me receive my prestigious award if you want. And she did.
And what was her reaction at first?
She was like, okay. That's about it for 17. But my parents were going to go as well. I thought it was really supposed to be kind of like a girls only thing, I thought. But then my daddy RSVP'd that he wanted to go. So I was like, oh, okay. But literally there were like 3 men in the whole event. But
I was told it was a woman's event.
I thought it
which
was
is why
Alan did not. Alan chose not to support me.
Clept out of that.
No, I told him he didn't have to. But anyway, so my parents, with rush hour traffic, because this thing happened in the heart of Dallas at 9:00 in the morning, and people had to be there between 8 and 8:30 to get situated, and rush hour traffic, and we never drive in it because I go to work at the Kid Craddock Morning Show,
nationally syndicated,
and I have to be there between 5:30 and 5:45 in the morning at the latest. And so I don't ever deal with rush hour traffic. So heading into the heart of Dallas from the suburbs, we were predicting disaster. And so my parents, in order to be there by 8 a.m., they wanted to leave at 6:30. And my daughter's like, I'm not riding with them. I said, well, the only other option you have is to get up even earlier, go into work with me. And she's like, I want to do that. Because her rationale was, I'll go to work with you. We have this big conference room area with couches. She said, I'll sleep a little while longer, and then you wake me up, give me about 30 minutes, because you young, fresh people, little fresh faces don't need a lot of time to get ready. Give me 30 minutes and I'll be ready to go. And that's what we did.
Did she pass out in the conference room?
She did. When I woke her up this morning, I walked into her room about 4:45. And she was laying there, and she had like this grimace on her face in her sleep. And I thought she was making a face because I walked in and I didn't turn on the lights, but the light from outside the room was coming in, and she was making a face. I was like, Emma Kellie, you got to get up. Now, I'm not going to remember verbatim what she said. She's like, I'm going to ride with Laura. Laura's going to take me. I said, what? Laura? She goes, Mom, it's in the book. I said, who's taking you? Laura, I don't have time to deal with this. I said, Laura Shelton? Because we have a friend, Laura, that was going to go. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make it. She's not feeling well, Alan.
Oh.
And then Emma Kellie rolled over. She goes, Mom, it's the tortured poets department. So she was dreaming about Taylor Swift and some book and somebody named Laura. I don't know what she was talking about. And I started laughing. I said, honey, you're dreaming. You're dreaming. I need you to wake up. So anyway, she was up and ready and waiting for me when I came out of getting ready this morning.
So she was saying some nonsense in her sleep.
A lot of nonsense. But I had to get up extra early because I had to get hair, makeup, completely dressed. I had to have my showbiz top 5 completely prepared before I went into work this morning because I had to do that and then hit the road for this Inside the Moms Club podcast recording. But it was a great day. It was really nice to see everybody there.
Well, congratulations on your award.
Thank you. I
know
the best mom in Dallas.
You
and
are.
If you don't believe it,
You
I've
are.
got a trophy to prove it.
I know Emma Kellie was just there, but me and the boys were there with you in spirit.
Thank you.
I know you do a lot for the boys as well. A lot.
I appreciate you saying that.
A lot.
Thank you.
Especially making lunches.
I truly
Which
believe.
may be the only reason we got married, is so I didn't have to make lunches.
There you go. I truly believe that is one of the top 3 reasons he married me. If not number 1, it's one
up
of the
there.
top 3.
It's up there.
So he does not have to make lunches or set foot inside a grocery store again.
Well, not true. I was over at K. Roger with you just the other day.
Exactly. But you went kicking and screaming.
Not true. Again, another that's misinformation. I'm being misrepresented.
It's very
You
true.
said no. Well, no. You said there was a Starbucks in there, and I said, "Oh, okay, that's cool. I'll just get a coffee while we go in."
And
I think it was just like that.
and what did you do? One of my favorite things to do, and Alan knows this, and I have told this when people ask me, "What is one of your favorite things to do with Alan?" And as silly as it sounds, is I love to run errands with him. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've told you that.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when we go to the gardening center together. I love it when we go gotta
Like
go to Home
Callaway's?
Goods. Callaway's. I used to love it when we would go buy plants and stuff.
There's nowhere else for me to throw in a plant.
I know.
I'm
I'm
done.
just telling
Everything's
you.
done.
And I loved it when we would go grocery shopping together, which he did do with me a couple of times when he was courting me.
Yeah.
And led me to believe this is something that we would always do together. But instead, no. So I had to just pick up a few items because I was going to a potluck this past weekend, and we had to drop the boys off for haircuts at a salon right next door to my favorite grocery store, Kroger. And so I said, Alan, instead of, dropping the boys off, I said, why don't you come in with me to Kroger? And I tempted him with, they've added a Starbucks, thinking he'll have his coffee, I'll have my hot chai tea latte, and we'll go up and down the aisles, picking out, maybe a random snack that you might like, or get that purple onion I needed for my recipe, as well as some crumbled bacon, because I was making a chicken salad. And but Alan said, I'm just going to stay up here and look at the magazines.
It's not how I phrased
while you go
it's
get
not how I phrased it.
While you go get what you need.
I didn't sound like that either.
Then you tell how it happened.
Here are the 3 things that would
tell how it happened.
Here are the 3 things that would have to change. Here's another list. Top 3 things that will have to change at K. Roger for me to walk around in the store with you. Number 1, raise the temperature in that building about 15 degrees.
It's not that
So
cold.
raise it from 60 degrees to 75 degrees.
It's only cold in the frozen food section.
Number 2, don't give any of the ladies, and I'm calling out you ladies, yes ladies, don't give any of them carts because they're all going to run their cart at me and hit me in the shins.
Honey, that's Costco. Not
there
not
too.
Kroger.
There too.
That's Costco, not Kroger. That does not happen at Kroger.
And then number 3, I want checkers at every aisle. Every checkout aisle. I don't want to check it out myself.
Well,
No, I don't want to check it out myself.
They do have checkers.
I'll put the crap up on the conveyor belt and it'll roll down there. And I want someone to look at my produce, say hello. How you doing,
They
Mr.
have that.
Evans? I'm having a great day. Thank you. How are you?
They have that.
I want that. I want that human interaction.
They have that.
I don't want self-checkout.
They have both options.
Those are the 3 things I want.
And they have both options. And all I ask is my husband to walk with me up and down the aisles. That's literally all I ask. And I'm just going to sit up here and look at magazines.
Did I sound that emo?
Yeah. And you know what else? He didn't think that the Starbucks lady was snappy enough.
Whoa, wait a minute.
She was taking too long.
No. Now hold on.
She was talking. She was being conversational.
Now she was just trying to engage a little too much.
Alan and I were the only two people in line. The only two. And she said, "What's the name?" You should have seen him. He was like, "Alan."
I didn't sigh. When she asked me what my name was,
why?
I just looked behind me.
That's
and
what he did.
There was nobody behind me.
That's such, that was what's the word I'm looking for?
Prickish?
That was a prickish move.
You know what else is making me crazy right now? The fact that you're not doing that.
Oh my gosh. All right. You know what? I love the way makeup can transform your face. It can transform your mood, right, ladies? Makeup can give you confidence. It can make you feel sexy. It can help you look awake. I'm not exactly a makeup artiste, but Thrive Cosmetics makes it easy for me to create makeup looks from fresh face to full glam. And if you're looking for a little refresh in your makeup routine, I highly recommend Thrive Cosmetics, especially the Brilliant Eye Brightener. Now, this is a product I use every single day. 16 buildable shades to choose from and play with. I use the Stella shade. That's one I use every single day, no matter what. It's a light champagne color. I just put a little in the corner of my eyes, over my lids for a fresh look. But when I want to add more drama, I swipe a metallic shade all over my eyelid and just blend it with my finger. It's a really easy way to create a smoky eye. You cannot mess it up. So order the Brilliant Eye Brightener and get the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara, because remember, my daughter thought I had literally gone back and had my false lash extensions put back on the first day she saw me wearing that. And what really warms my heart is Thrive Cosmetics gives back. For every product you buy, they donate to help communities thrive, such as helping survivors of domestic abuse, supporting veterans during and after military service. You know how we love our veterans.
Refresh your everyday look with Thrive Cosmetics, luxury beauty that gives back. And right now you can get an exclusive 10% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich for 10% off your first order.
You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their Brilliant Eye Brightener and Stella Champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaisa color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor-recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day. That food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you.
Thank you, Thrive Cosmetics.
Love Thrive Cosmetics. Speaking of Starbucks, I was in a Starbucks today, and do you remember me talking, I don't know, when was this, 6 months ago?
No.
Okay. Well, on this podcast, I talked about a knitting circle.
Yes, I do remember that.
You remember that?
I don't remember a lot, but I do remember you seeing a knitting circle.
Yes.
Yes. Y'all, I know I sound drunk.
It was
I swear I'm not.
It was a long table, ladies all knitting, and they had all their knitting stuff, and they were visiting and knitting, and more visiting and more knitting, and I thought it was really cool. I was like, oh, everybody's meeting here at Starbucks to do some knitting, you know? Well, fast forward 6 months later, I hadn't seen the knitting circle, the knitting ladies. I go in today. There they are.
Were they finishing up their blankets?
They're back.
Were they making scarves?
So I took a kind of a picture of the knitting circle because I'm kind of a fanboy of the knitting circle. I don't know why. I just think it's a cool thing. So I posted it on my social media.
Charming and
it's old school. Yeah. So one of our friends saw this. She shall remain nameless, Amy Wilkerson. And she said...
The future Mrs. Allen Evans.
Yes. She said, don't say that. Mr.
True,
Mr. Jeff Wilkerson probably doesn't think that's real funny.
Jeff Wilkerson probably feels the same way. Because you and Amy have the same sense of humor.
Yeah. She says, see if you can find out what they're talking about.
See?
So I'm like, well, okay. So... I'm sitting pretty far away. I mean, maybe 20 feet away, but they're talking. I can hear them. So once I stop just doing what I'm doing and then start to try to kind of eavesdrop on what they're saying, I'm pretty much part of the knitting circle.
Oh, yeah?
I am. And here were the...
They invited you over?
No, they didn't. But I listened to what they were saying.
You know what you should do real quick before you get into your list? Mm-hmm. You should go over and say, you ladies look delightful. Are they older ladies? You ladies look so delightful.
Are you kidding me?
I'd like to buy you all a round of coffee.
I'm going to do that next time. 100%.
Or I'd like to buy you all a pastry or something like that on me.
Or a dog nut.
Yeah. I like those egg bites.
So here are the 7 things that I heard the knitting circle talking about. I know everyone's very curious as to what a knitting circle talks about. Here's what they talk about. Number 1. They were talking about Chef Boyardee pizzas and how good they are.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a Chef Boyardee
I've
pizza.
never made a Chef Boyardee pizza.
You make it out of ravioli?
I've made Chef Boyardee ravioli, which
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's talk about it.
I don't know.
Has Chef Boyardee expanded into pizza kits? Or are they taking Chef Boyardee and spreading it out on a pizza crust and baking it? Because you could do that with the ravioli. You could do it with the SpaghettiOs. That might be a thing.
Know, I'll go one further. Is Chef Boyardee insensitive to Italians?
No, it's a real chef.
Okay.
It was a real Chef Boyardee.
Number 2, another thing they talked about, they were comparing and contrasting deviled ham and Spam and how they used to advertise more on television, not TV, not streaming, not YouTube, on television.
Oh, television. You know, when I first started in radio in
1852.
something like that, it was before I came to Dallas, which is going to be 30 years the end of this May. We did a promotion with Spam on WJMX in Florence, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
And what we were doing was, if you would call us and tell us your favorite Spam recipe, you would win a free can of Spam. That's what we were giving away.
What state consumes the most Spam per capita?
I would think it's Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Because isn't that, is it based out of Hawaii?
I don't think so, but it's hard. They don't grow any beef
But they
over
love
there.
Spam.
Well, yeah, you
got
to ship everything over there in cans, right?
Maybe that's why.
And
they like pineapples.
Yeah.
Pineapples and Spam.
The boys like Spam and eggs. Okay, so they talked about deviled ham and Spam and how they used to advertise more on television. Another thing they talked about was the volume of Spam. I think it kind of transitioned into, somebody said Spam, so then they start talking about Spam calls, Spam telephone calls. They were just flabbergasted at how many Spam telephone calls they get.
Because is Spam phone calls, is that based on Spam, the lunch meat, the canned meat? Where did the word Spam calls come from?
Oh, good
That's
call,
what I'm saying.
Good call.
Is there a connection? Why is it called Spam phone calls? Is it based on canned meat?
We need one of our producers to pass me a note on that. I'm not sure. Another thing they talked about were air conditioning issues. One of the ladies was having air conditioning issues
In her home?
and then this transitioned into the high price of repairing said issues.
Yeah.
Because it was my understanding that these were retired ladies, fixed income.
Yeah. We're all heading that way.
Got that right.
Some of us are closer to it than others.
Now, here's one I thought was very interesting as I was eavesdropping. They talked about how some brands of clothing don't wash and wear properly. Now, I didn't catch the brands, but if I had to guess, I'd throw Old Navy up in there. I'd throw Faded Glory up in there. I'd throw, what's that stuff Target pushes?
Faded Glory is
No,
from Target,
no,
is
no.
it
I
not?
thought that was Walmart. What's Target is Massimo?
Oh, Massimo's
No,
from
what's
Target.
their store brand though? Goodfella.
Goodfella. Yeah.
Goodfella. I'd throw Goodfella up in there because you wash that stuff one time and it goes from a large to like a schmedium.
Really?
And it's all faded and
Maybe
pilled.
it's the way you launder it.
Well, they talked about Target. They weren't happy with
They weren't?
No, they were not happy with the wash and wear at Target.
I'll tell you what drives me nuts is Emma Kelly's laundry, because as a teenage girl, it consists mostly of Lululemon. And, of course,
Dime.
well, that's what they're all wearing. And they suggest you hang all of Lululemon and not put it in the dryer to protect the elasticity or something. And Emma Kelly also, the other half of her wardrobe, when it's not Lululemon, it's her riding gear, which also with the pants, there's like a sticky texture to the pants for riding that keeps you on the horse, I guess. I don't know. So 90% of Emma Kelly's laundry has to be hung up to dry. That's a lot of fun.
I thought she was doing it now.
She has been doing it more, but I'll tell you what, because she's been so much better about doing it, because I don't mind doing laundry.
Yeah,
I
right.
really don't mind.
Mom of the year.
That's what makes me Mom of the Year,
Right.
and just for the city of Dallas.
Right.
But because she, is chipping in more, I like to help her more, and so that's it. But yeah, 90% of her stuff I'd say is hang up to dry.
Okay. Well, then I got a question
Very
for you.
time consuming.
Then I got a question for you. One of the ladies recommended to the other ladies, because they were having problems with the wash and wear quality, they said, "Have you tried all temperature cheer?"
I haven't.
I mean, I think my mom did that in the 70s. I don't.
Well, it's
do they still?
works.
Is that still a brand? Cheer.
Cheer is still a brand, yeah.
Really?
But I typically go with Tide.
Dime.
You know what?
That's the most expensive. But you know what?
But you know what?
Nah, I've done enough laundry in my life to know that if you scrimp on laundry detergent, it smells funny. Your stuff comes out stiff. It doesn't like soak into the water right. The expensive laundry detergent, in my opinion,
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah, I splurge. I do every once in a while. I've tried Persil, I think, which is also
What?
Persil, Persil. I think it's what it's
Persil?
called. I think it's what it's called. And it's more because if it's on a good sale, I'll try every once in a while because laundry detergent is expensive.
It is very expensive.
But I have tried, I tried Arm & Hammer recently because it was on sale. Because I do every once in a while, but I always end up going back to Tide. But Emma Kellie was like, I do not like this because the caps, when you pour the liquid out in the caps, they make it impossible for you to read the little lines of how far to go. It's like you cannot barely see it. And my daughter has great vision. She's 17. I need readers for everything now. But I mean, like the cap made me never want to buy Arm & Hammer again. I know this is a silly topic to be having, but these are real world problems.
And then the last thing before I just said, you know what, this is creepy.
You're being creepy?
Yeah, I'm being creepy.
That's why you should have offered to buy them coffees.
I'm being creepy. I'm sitting here in my motorcycle stuff and I'm kind of leaning over listening to the Knitting Circle.
Were you wearing your helmet at the time?
No, I wasn't wearing my helmet, but I had my cheaters perched on the end of my nose and I'm kind of like...
It helps you hear better.
Yeah, and I'm kind of leaning over. Well, so I can make notes, The last thing they talked about, a very controversial subject, was, in their opinion, they believed we were becoming more obese as a nation.
Well, yeah. Except for that semaglutide, man. Everybody's incredibly shrinking. It's the miracle.
I thought that stuff, like if you take it, yeah, you're going to lose weight, but then you always have to take it.
Well, I mean, I don't really know. I'm not educated enough on it to talk about it. But if you have diabetes, that is a lifelong condition.
Diabetes.
So this medication is something you would take for the rest of your life anyway, right? Your diabetes medication. And I have a friend who is a diabetic who is taking it, and she's dropped a good amount of weight. She's not walking around like some of these emaciated celebrities with dark circles and gaunt cheeks. That what is happening? Because some people I think are going a little too far with it. But she's, and she's feeling healthy and looking healthy because she is diabetic. But if you're not diabetic, from what I understand, it like you don't care about eating, right? It just takes away that something in your brain where you're always like, I need to snack, I'm bored, I need to munch, I need to nibble. It takes away that, which is good. But it's just the people that I think are going too far with it is the problem, in my opinion. But I'm not really educated enough on it.
I'm not super educated on it, and I'm not going to judge people who do it.
No, I mean,
but if
what
you're
happens
going to
if you come off of it?
Right, if you're going to get hooked on a drug to lose weight, at which point does that ever stop?
But I'm just saying. But it's not hooked on a drug. Don't say it's hooked. It's not like an addiction.
Well, you take it to maintain your weight or
right,
lose a bunch of weight.
It's like, are you going to have to stay on it for the rest of your life to maintain the weight loss? That's the thing. But that doesn't mean you're addicted.
Wrong word. But then you're hooked on the drug.
Well, you have to take it, I guess, to maintain it.
Sounds like an addiction to me. But okay.
Unless you learn new habits, if you create new healthy habits while you're on it, and then come off of it, and don't go back to your old ways.
Okay. So yeah, that was the Knitting Circle. Very interesting. They seem like very lovely ladies. Probably kind of creepy that I did eavesdrop, but you can blame Amy Wilkerson, one of our very best customers, for that content. That was all her. That was all her doing.
Just don't let Amy have my jewelry. Just let Emma Kellie have it.
Come on.
I just think Emma Kellie, even though this ring is not her style, it was my mother Price's ring. Mm-hmm. And Amy's going to say, it's my style. No.
I don't think Amy talks like that.
It's got to go to Emma Kellie.
That is so wheels off. That whole bit is wheels off.
What bit?
I don't like it. The bit you do.
Did I die before you?
God.
Can we talk about what happens if you died before me then?
I'm worth more dead than alive by far. Why don't
good to know.
Why don't you do that? And then we're going to transition after talking about obesity. We're going to transition into fast food.
Oh, well, okay. I was just talking earlier about how I was a guest on a podcast that went out on the road, and how, it's kind of fun to think about what that might look like for us with a sandwich and some lovin', right? Taking our podcast to the next level. It'd be a challenge for sure. But you know what? Pair Eyewear can help you see what is possible.
Because with just one pair, you get infinite possibilities starting at just $60. And that includes your prescription. And with Pair Eyewear's Sun Top collection, you can protect your eyes in style without paying extra for prescription sunglasses. Plus, get 15% off by using code LOVIN at paireyewear.com. Now, I use the virtual try-on to model several different frame styles. I chose the Kirby because I got a wide head. But the real fun is choosing the top frames, which you can match with the holiday. You can choose top frames to match the season, your favorite sports team, your favorite superhero. They've got new designs that drop every month. You just snap them on literally because they've got these tiny little magnets. And I've been reading a lot more lately, so I've been relying on my readers. But what if I want to read outside? You know, I'd be not squinting because I can't see. I'd be squinting from the glare of the sun, but I just snap on the sun tops. I don't have to invest in expensive prescription sunglasses. You can get fashion and eye protection in a snap with Pair Eyewear. Base frames for men, women, and kids start at just $60. Top frames start at $25. Sun top frames start at just $30. And if you have FSA funds, use them at Pair Eyewear. And in addition to our special discount, you get free standard shipping and a flexible 30-day return policy.
One pair, infinite possibilities. Go to paireyewear.com and use code LOVIN for 15% off your first pair and support the show by mentioning that a sandwich and some lovin' sent you in your post-checkout survey. That's pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com, code LOVIN.
I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. Now that I've reached a certain age, I realize how much my sleep affects me and everybody around me. It affects my energy, my mood, my patience. And I've also learned that I don't need to waste a lot on fancy sleep gadgets because one of the best things I've done is upgrade to Boll and Branch sheets. I noticed the difference from night one. They are incredibly soft, so breathable. It's because Boll and Branch's sheets are made with 100% organic cotton that's woven specifically for airflow. Now I don't wake up feeling hot with sheets sticking to my legs anymore. My sheets keep me cool and comfortable all night long. And they've actually gotten softer with every wash. They even did a survey of their customers. 94% of them said the same thing. I love my Boll and Branch sheets, and honestly, I can't imagine ever going back to any other bedding. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/sandwich with code SANDWICH. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/sandwich. Code SANDWICH to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH. Exclusions apply. I think everybody's had that moment where they say, I should start my own business. Now, maybe you've got an amazing hot sauce recipe, or you've gotten really great at making candles or jewelry, and all your friends keep telling you you should sell that stuff. Well, what's stopping you? If you've been sitting on a business idea, Shopify makes it easy to make it happen. Everything you need to start selling is included and ready from day one. When your first customer is ready to buy, Shopify checkout helps more people actually complete the purchase. And when they come back, their information's already saved. So checkout is quick and easy. One tap and they're done. Shopify handles all the technical stuff too, the setup and checkout, so you can spend your time growing your business and doing what you actually love. It's no wonder Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started like yours. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business, so go make it one. Start your free trial at shopify.com/sandwich. That's shopify.com/sandwich. One more time, shopify.com/sandwich.
Thank you, Pair Eyewear.
Okay, so like several months ago, I was coming back from getting my haircut, which is in Dallas, and I was riding up a road I don't usually ride up to come back home, and I saw this big square purple building. I'm like, what in the hell is that? I've never seen that building before. This is an intersection I'm familiar with, even though I don't go that way very often. Like, what is that?
Went up real quick.
Yes, and it's the color of Grimace. Remember Grimace?
From McDonald.
Yes, it's that deep purple color. Well, it turns out this was a restaurant, and it's a McDonald's concept called CosMc's. CosMc's.
I was invited to the grand opening.
Dime.
Couldn't make it.
Why didn't you say something?
I was busy.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I saw this. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. I had no idea McDonald's had anything other than McDonald's. So I do a little research, and it turns out this CosMc's in Dallas, Texas, USA, is one of just a handful, like 2 or 3.
It's like a test market
They're
thing.
being tested. Yeah, they're being tested. Oh wow, that's kind of cool. Well, I didn't go in, and I didn't really think about it until a couple of weekends ago. Cole had one of his buddies over, and Dylan was here too. So the 3 boys were here. You and Emma Kellie were out doing something. I can't remember what.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Emma Kellie asked me if I would take her Jeep to the car wash because it was really dirty. And I said, yeah, sure. What I didn't tell her is that me and 3 smelly boys are going to get in that Jeep, and we're going to go for a little joyride.
And then you're going to FaceTime her while you're doing it.
So we hop in the Jeep. I take the boys, and I'm like, let's go try this CosMc's, man. I've never heard of this. This is pretty cool. So we go down to CosMc's, and you walk in, and it's like there's a drive-through, and most people use the drive-through, but you can go inside, but there's no tables. It's just a room. So like you're in this gray room, and there's no decorations.
Like the Matrix.
Yeah, there's nowhere to sit. There's just a window.
Was there a pill inside the window?
No.
2 pills.
There was a friendly CosMc's representative.
Oh, there was somebody.
Yes. So we
just sitting there in the window.
Just sitting there in the window. You can order on there's kiosks. So that's how they prefer you do it, is order on the kiosk and then just pick it up. But you can go to the window and order as well. So we ordered, and they have let me read this to you. They have this kind of wild menu. So this is from CosMc's. It says, as part of a limited test, the first CosMc's location opened in Bolingbrook, Illinois, with a handful of additional outposts planned in the coming months. CosMc's seamlessly blends brand new, otherworldly beverage creations with a small lineup of food, including a select few McDonald's favorites, all designed to boost your mood into the stratosphere, if only for a few moments. So, reading between the lines, all this stuff, super sugary, tons of caffeine. Like they
Perfect.
have these drinks, like there's a tropical spice aid, a blueberry ginger boost, sour cherry energy boost.
I want that.
S'mores cold brew, churro frappe.
Ooh.
Blackberry mint green tea. Island pick me up punch. That's what I had. You know what I was thinking too? These be good mixers. Roll through CosMc's and then a little
Maybe they have a happy hour.
give it a little nip, put a little nip of vodka in there. Berry hibiscus sour aid, popping pear slush, sour tango lemonade, chai frappe burst, turmeric spice latte. Those are some of the drinks. But Cole's buddy Christian, he had a drink and he said, "This thing is sweet." This is a teenage boy. He's like, "This thing is sweet."
Too sweet.
He said, and then we looked at the nutritional information.
They got to tell you.
Had a ton of caffeine in it too. I'm like, hope I'm not getting you in trouble with your mom drinking all this caffeine. He goes, nah, it's okay.
He clutches his heart.
Yeah. But they also have different foods like they don't have at McDonald's. Creamy avocado tomatillo sandwich.
That sounds good.
How about the spicy queso sandwich? That's what I had. I had the spicy queso sandwich.
Did you get extra queso?
No, I just ordered it as it comes. McPops.
What's that?
I think they're like big nets.
Beignets.
Yeah, good eye, mate. They had pretzel bites, savory hash brown bites, which you can get hash browns at McDonald's, but these are little bites. They had ice
like
cream.
Like tater tots?
Yeah, they had ice cream. No, but they're flat. They had ice cream.
Smashed tater tots.
They had brownies, cookies, caramel fudge brownies. And then the only two things they had that are on the McDonald's menu are Egg McMuffins and McFlurries.
Why do they keep pushing Egg McMuffin when the McGriddle is a superior breakfast sandwich? Come at me if you don't agree, but how can you disagree?
You can have that McGriddle. I like.
The syrup is baked into the pancake.
I prefer the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
But I'm saying, if you're gonna, why are you putting the Egg McMuffin, the McMuffin on there? Why? That's dry. I like the McGriddle.
So anyway, there was nowhere to eat because there's no tables.
They don't even have outside seating.
No outside
They want no
seating.
loitering.
No. So we walked all the way back over to the Jeep, opened the trunk or the hatch or whatever, and posted up and had a picnic in the back of Emma Kellie's Jeep. This was pre-wash, though.
Thank you.
Yes, pre-wash. So I had to take a picture of us eating in Emma Kellie's Jeep and then also send that to her.
Make her mental. No, she was fine. She appreciated you.
And then we
doing
went
that.
and washed the Jeep and it was all good. But the boys gave it they said, not the best they've ever had, but definitely not the worst. They all rated it between a 6 and a 7 on a scale of 10.
Well, they might come back and order something different and give it a 10.
Yeah. I just thought it was kind of cool. It was like, holy crap, I didn't know McDonald's was trying some new stuff.
They got to.
They've been doing the same stuff forever.
Yeah, but you got to keep changing with the times.
Remember when you were a kid and you'd get the pie?
Yes, the hot apple pie.
They had the fried pie, the cherry, and the
you had
apple.
it was caution.
Oh.
The insides were hot. I forget how they
That
said
stuff was
it.
like lava.
Yeah, they meant it.
Oh.
When they said caution. Ooh.
Because they used to fry them, and now I understand they bake them. So they're not as hot.
These health nuts ruining everything for the rest of us.
I
They
don't
just want
know.
our fried apple pies.
According to the Knitting Circle, we're getting obese as a nation.
Hey, we were less obese before they started tinkering with all that. They just left everything alone. It's the truth. It's the truth. Look back at the 50s and 60s where they started doing all that light and low-cal crap. There was no fat people. Well, there was fat people. There wasn't that many fat people. Look back.
I don't know. Here are a couple of observations. You ever been to New York City? You've been to New York City.
I was so disappointed the last time I went.
I've never seen a really, really big person in New York City. I mean, I know they exist, and that's great.
The
That's
tourists.
fine. Yeah, the tourists. But people that live in New York City, I think they stay thin because they walk everywhere.
Yeah,
They
walking
just
a lot matters.
walk. And then Japan, who has the highest life expectancy on the planet, I forget, men live 82 or something, and women are even more than that. It's because of their lifestyle, their diets, and their exercise.
Well, it's true. When you go over to like Europe, you can go over there, and I've heard so many people that say the same thing, and I haven't been in 20 years. But you go over there and nothing has preservatives in it. You don't buy a week's worth of groceries. You go and you buy kind of what you need. You go to the market every day. That's like an experience. And the bread and butter, I'm just like, I can't remember now. It's been over 20 years, but I remember oh my God, this bread and butter, it was just like heaven. Everything you ate was so good. But, Heather McMahon is a comedian I follow, and she'll go over to Italy or whatever, and she's like, I eat loaves of bread and pounds of cheese and drink bottles of wine. She said, I never have a hangover, and I come back and I have lost weight because they're not putting all the preservatives and garbage and the processed stuff in it. And that's really what it is. But, I mean, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Grow our own crap in the backyard on our fake AstroTurf?
You just said the other day you wanted to start growing your own food someday.
I know, but we have to go get a farm somewhere and do it. We have fake grass in our backyard. Where are we going to build it? Where are we going to build our farm? Where are we going to build our garden?
I don't know.
I want to grow tomatoes.
What are you going to do when I die before you? Ouch.
I'm going to marry some young hot thing. That's what I'm going to do. When you die, it'll be after you're dead. What? Well, you said, what am I going to do? You didn't really want me to answer that?
It's kind of a clapback. But... All right, babe. You know what? I think I'm going to save the list of things that I see on the social media because there are a lot of these. And we'll do that next time since we did so much this time.
We did do a lot.
Yeah, we did a lot. It was good, though. It was fun.
Was it good?
I think so.
Was it fun?
Except the part where you're talking about marrying hot things when I die.
You said,
I'm not sure I really enjoy that, but whatever.
Something to the effect of, what are you going to do after I die?
It's fine. It's all good.
Didn't you say something to that effect?
I don't care.
We already know what you're doing after I die.
When I'm dead, and I won't know any better.
Exactly.
So, yeah, whatever. All right, babe. You got anything else?
Oh.
All right. Well, love you desperately.
But you're a young hot thing, young compared to me.
Oh, yeah.
But when you die, I'm going to have to go out and find another one. But the problem is I'm going to be even older than when I was when I snagged you.
Kelly did say my hair is getting darker.
Isn't it? For those of you watching on YouTube, which I hope you all are, we do record our podcast live on our YouTube channel, which you can find at just search a sandwich and some lovin'.
Subscribe.
Please do. Alan, actually, because he's like, we need to start, beyond just posting us recording the podcast. He's like, we need to start posting some more videos. And we've talked about it before. A lot of yeah, not a lot of action, but we're going to do it because I know. I said, we, honey. So Alan finally, for the first time in 2024, is going to take me out for a golf lesson again tomorrow.
I think this is our 4th time going in 2 years.
Well, the last year it got so hot, and I didn't like that. So we're going to go tomorrow, and I've got like all these cute little golf outfits that I've been wanting to wear. I need to tan my legs, and I've got to do that before tomorrow. But I said, why don't we video some of that? And you can do like a little golf tutorial on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, do a little golf lesson.
But we're going to have to set up a tripod and all this business to make it happen. Nah. So make sure, now it's going to take Alan a minute because Alan is also the editor of the YouTube videos. So not going to be a real quick turnaround, but we will let you know when those videos are posted. But the better way to find out when they're posted is just to subscribe.
Yes.
To the YouTube
channel. That would be the first step. Yeah. Okay.
Just like you have subscribed, hopefully, to our podcast, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Yes. Very good, babe. Very good. Very good. Reinforcement. Very good promotion and reinforcement. You got anything else?
Babe, what else do you want?
Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love CosMc's desperately.
Do you? You gave it a 6 or a 7.
Well, it was pretty good. I don't know if I'll go back, but hey.
Well, that's not loving desperately.
Well, I love them desperately for trying. You got to try new things. Every once in a while, you got to try new things. I love the knitting circle desperately. I hope they never know who I am because I don't want them to think
I don't
want them to think I'm creepy.
Because you're going to buy them all coffee or a little sweet treat.
I will do that someday.
And then you might learn how to knit.
I may. And I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.